Yeah, I'm just sitting there, man. Fucking hell, I'm tired. Yeah, I do think that is maybe partly what it is with mental illness and shit, man. It's like when you've been through something horrendous, like a fucking bad, really bad depression or anxiety, whatever, or breakdown, basically, and addiction and all that. It's so fucking horrific. Even when you feel a bit better, like you come out of it, but it's fucking lose. Like I say, it's, for me anyway. I think it lives off the fear, man, and like it is hard to. Because I was speaking to my mate Judy about this sort of stuff, and she knows all about it. And she was like, "Yeah, you gotta try to not be scared of it, like, and, you know, just like having weird fucked up dreams and anxiety and shit. Because the more you kind of fear it, the worse it is. But obviously, it's easier said than done. But it's weird because all day yesterday I had this horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach, just that feeling of constant dread, man. It wasn't intense to the point where I couldn't function, but it was just there all day, like at its worst. A couple of years ago, I was just unfunctionable, mate. When I was like that, I couldn't do anything. Fucking nearly put my head through a wall, man. I couldn't sleep for months. Just having panic, well, basic chronic panic attack, mate. Constant state of pure fucking. God, fucking could have wanted to die at that point, man. Fucking hell. It was so bad, man. I just didn't give a fuck, man. It was just, what I did, it was like so brutal. And then I got to the point where I didn't give a fuck and I actually felt better when I wasn't giving a fuck. But when I didn't give a fuck, I was going to fucking jail and getting in all kinds of trouble. But I still think I was better off there than I was when I couldn't leave the fucking house from anxiety. I don't know, man. And now I feel like I don't know, it feels like it's threatening to come back, but I think it's only gonna, I do think part of it is just the fear of it coming back, and you can bring it on yourself if you're not careful. So I just don't really know how to. These moods tend to pass on their own eventually, or in my case, with enough fucking drink. But that's the thing, I haven't needed the alcohol lately, really, but now I'm starting to drink more again because I'm getting anxiety again. And usually the weed's enough, but it ain't in a minute. But yeah, I don't know how to not think about it. The more you try not to think about it, and once something's there, it's like when you can't sleep, the more you try to sleep, the harder it fucking is. I just gotta remember, we've all been through these fucking, well, a lot of people have been through these bad episodes, and you always get through it, but it's never easy, man. It's like whenever I start to feel really fucking shitty and depressed and anxious, it's like the first time every time, you never get used to it. It's just awful, mate. And it just drags you down. Sorry, I don't want to upset anyone that's going through this shit, or maybe people need to hear it, I don't know. But yeah, I don't really believe in this kind of stuff, like real depression and mental, well, it's not really mental illness, I think it's just stress of life, man. I just couldn't take fucking what I was going through anymore, and it might not have been that bad compared to other people, but it was bad enough to put me into a right fucking, well, I think it was a build up for a long time, actually. I think I finally just realised I was fucking lonely at some point, which I never really felt like before. In my 20s and 30s, I was happy being by myself, really. I enjoyed it, man, but at some point, I don't know, I guess that's part of it, and just, I think life generally gets tougher as you get older, man, and fucking start losing people, and your health's not what it was, and you get to middle age, and there's a lot of reasons to go into depression if you're that way inclined anyway, but didn't think I ever was. I was always quite, no one likes being in a shit mood, you know what I mean? I was always pretty like, happy and all that, but yeah, mid-30s was when it all started to go a bit pear-shaped, and the obsessive mind and all that, man, it doesn't help you, mate. When you fucking, years of overthinking can lead to this shit, man, like proper full-on problems, mate. So yeah, just a bit of advice for anyone out there that's going through this shit, man. I'm no expert, mate, because I don't know how to get rid of it, but I'm just trying not to be afraid of it, man, because I think it makes it worse. Just try and calm yourself down and remember that you've been through it before. It's always scary for some reason, though, because I remember how far it can get. But I'm gonna have a couple of beers and I should be fine. Sometimes the weed can trick me out as well if I let it. Mine is more powerful than any fucking drug, man. It's crazy.